Cool, a Viewmaster.
Today we're going to be talking about the S.H.Figuarts Ultraman arc. Ultraman arc is going to be of the standard S.H.Figuarts size, nothing new to report here, and honestly not too much new else to report when it comes to articulation. The figure operates a lot like your basic S.H.Figuarts Ultraman figure. I really don't have anything new to put into this here conversation. Basically is good. There's a wide range of movement. I feel comfortable into getting this guy into some weird and cool and show maybe accurate poses. I don't know, I still haven't watched Ultraman arc. If you have an S.H.Figuarts Ultraman, you know how this one works. And even if you don't, and you've just seen a review of other S.H.Figuarts Ultraman figures, you know how this one works. But the one changing factoid in this figure, aside from one other aspect I'll talk about later, is just in the head. What in the hell happened here? I feel like the joints in the neck and the head from prior releases would have done just fine. I know this figure is due for some armor accessory packs later on this month and later on in November. Maybe that is a particular reason why, but articulation's gonna get a solid star out of me, weird head and neck joint included. Posability wise, like I already said, I'm very comfortable with this figure. It's not overtly complicated, it doesn't have any of these weird pieces that make articulation just impossible. I'm saying that like I have an S.H.Figuarts figure that does that. It's fun, it's cool, it's posable as heck. I can't complain, and as you can see, he comes with a sword. Making this thing's price $33 MSRP was definitely something I wasn't expecting, but after getting the figure in hand, I understand why. We'll get into it very shortly. But it was nice getting a load of hands, a color timer, and a major accessory with this figure. Speaking of accessories, we're going to get open splayed hands, relaxed hands, blade cupping hands. That's the only way I know how to describe these. I guess beam and flying hands? Weapon holding hands, a low power color timer, and the sword. What is this thing called? Oh yeah. And they all work and can be applied exactly how you think they would. Now we can move on into paint and detail, or paint and colored plastics and some stickers and detail-ish. So here he is, Ultraman arc, and I gotta say, I do enjoy this design for Ultraman arc. I like that we got some blue trimmings along the side of his head moving into his... what are those called again? Great. I like that there's a very decent presence of black on this overall design, because I don't know, the black melding into the red, melding into the silver, it's just sleek and it's nice looking. And yeah, all of this will be painted. You can kind of tell in some areas. Big ups for continuing the silver and the black on the butterfly joint over here. And like with other Ultraman figures, most of the detailing on the body is going to be muscle tone and just the separation for the silver and black colors, with the occasional suit wrinklaging that's going to be going on. I love that his Vin Diesel titties are nice and prominent. I like that we can see some abdominal muscles going on here. There isn't much going on in the biceps, but it's mostly all in the shape. Shoulder pad detail. And then moving into the legs, it's a little on the barren side, but paint-wise, looks nice. I really like that there is this tiny bit of detail behind the clear plastic of his eyes. It kind of looks like how it does on the sword and everything, and this is an aspect I really do enjoy. That and Arc just has one killer profile. Oh yeah, the color timer will be clear blue, but it's got a white background to it, so it kind of helps the color pop just a tad bit more, I feel. And it's nice. I like it. Now the hands are all solid silver, and they look like hands, but we do have to talk about the sword that I've already forgotten the name of. And this is going to move into the one talking point I have with this figure rather effortlessly as soon as you get a good look at it. Here it is. And I like the presence of clear plastic for the blade and such, but it feels kinda cheap, and it looks kinda cheap. The figure as a whole feels kind of cheap. I don't know if you can even tell, but we'll get into that in a hot second. The backside of the sword will remain unpainted, but the amount of detailing on it is rather impressive, and I can't really tell if this is painted or if it's stickers over here, but I think it looks pretty damn cool. Would have liked to have seen it on the opposing side. That might actually be paint. Very well done paint, if you ask me. Little details in there. Oh, very nice. The eyeglass Viewmaster looking thing over here is going to be stickers with some clear plastic over it, and this will be painted. This looks cool. I like it. It does feel and kind of look a bit on the cheap side, though. But this is the part of the conversation where I really have to ask myself, am I mad for paying $30 and getting all of this plus an articulated figure? No, not at all. I was just surprised because the last S.H.Figuarts Ultraman figure I talked about from Ultraman Rising definitely has a lot more weight to him and doesn't feel flimsy and cheap like this guy does. If I had to compare this guy to anything, it would be a model kit, and I would know that because I was working on a model kit all day. Thursday? Friday? Thursday. But even this has more heft, but it has that very weird ABS plastic, I hope I said that right, hollow feeling to it. Taking Ultraman Rising into account here. Yes, it's not exactly the best feeling figure. I mean, it feels very delicate, but it has a certain weight to it. The plastic and the material feel nice and hefty and like it could take a bit of a beating. With this guy, it's like, I feel like it could take a beating, but the plastic feels brittle and a bit too cheap for its own good, but I haven't run into any problems or anything like that. I mean, it's still a highly articulated figure that does what it's supposed to do. It's just the overall feeling, it makes me uneasy. Now, a bigger part to this whole question is, was this intentional? And I think so. Ultraman Rising would have been a great place to start this possible material change, and I feel like this is Supro's way of making Japanese-related Ultraman things a bit more accessible to those of us over here in the States, Europe, the whole 9 yards. Because if I didn't have to ship this guy with the Mystery Minis and the Astro Boy kit, I really would have only paid $50 for this thing, which is about the price of a standard S.H.Figuarts Ultraman figure. And I think that's actually quite cool, and if that's what's going on here, I give Supro a lot of credit because good looks. The figure still feels like a model kit though. Did I give Paint and Detail a solid star yet? Well, I'll do it again. Yes, despite the figure feeling cheap, it still is a good figure. I just feel a little bit weary about it now. But anyway, size comparisons and other stuff. Shokugan, Movie, King, HG, my son. My Astro Boy son. And here's the box, and much like the figure, if you've seen, held, or own an Figuarts Ultraman figure, this it really doesn't do much crazily new or anything like that. And that's about enough out of me, everybody. I've been ShinRobjira. I do so hope you all enjoyed. I know, I need to do more Ultraman and Transformers reviews, like I really do. It's just with Godzilla's 70th anniversary coming up, I'm trying to save my money for all the movie monster series and other little things that might catch my eye on Godzilla Day. So I apologize if it feels like I'm neglecting certain franchises. Some just aren't releasing anything. And yes, I'm working on getting that Hammond Collection Giganotosaurus. Target threw me for a loop. I don't know what happened there, and I gotta get back on that. But when next we meet, it might be a review of my son over here, or it might be movie monster series Cybot Godzilla and Flying Form Mecha Godzilla, 2 separate videos this time. So until then, until next time, I'll see you all then and there. Peace. Now, save for the hands all being a solid... Where'd it go? I was talking about the hands and then I dropped the hand.